When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
I'm not really sure. Probably ask someone else.
Hey Mirak, how are you doing?
Let's fly.
I'm good, thank you very much. I'm good. Okay, so yeah, we got the stream. I mean, like, it was okay, I don't know, like, I personally, as always, don't like that, you know, English versions. But okay, they got, they give us like that, how they call that? Oh, like, yeah, MiliastraWonderland. It's actually, I don't know, like, maybe it depends on, like, how much time you spend on a game, because looks like it's going to be a little bit time. You need to, like, invest some time to that thing, you know, because, like, yeah, looks promising, but I don't know. In my opinion, you need a lot of time, because at the moment we have...
Insulation.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Serenity support.
Locked on.
And that Serenity also needs some time, you know, because you need to create some furnishing, etc. Something like that, place them, like build something. Anyway, but this one is going to be even more time invest, because, like, yeah, you cannot just, like, give it up. At least you need to do it at the beginning, because if I'm not mistaken, you can gain something, you know. Also, it will get, like, some separated vision system. I don't know what it is, but I didn't watch stream yet. Kutar will fight Rerir. I mean, like, I made a video about that. Yeah, Kutar, you mean, like, yeah, Kutar, yes, maybe Kutar will fight, yeah.
Be silent. Night falls. Close your eyes.
Annihilation mode.
Also, they showed us Durin and Varka. I'm not so hype about Varka, but Durin looks kind of okay. I don't know, like, I don't think I will go for Varka. I personally don't like DPS anime characters, because mostly DPS would be nice to get DPS supportive characters, but not.
Observe.
But not DPS. I mean, like, supportive characters is better in general. But again, we'll see. Maybe he is going to be, like, crazy as hell, you know, it's possible. Also, he's a Claymore, which is actually, I don't like so much. Again, it's Claymores. We already have Claymore, it's Sayu. Hey, Yoni, how are you doing? Yeah, I heard, like, I watch you. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Like, it's kind of like, yeah, it was a short fight. Actually, it was. I didn't expect that, but yeah. At the end was a stream, like, yeah, like at the end of that taser, they just showed like that fight. Would be nice to see that, because Rerir actually, like, pretty powerful boss. And by the way, he is going to be a boss. Varka looks like an NPC. Actually, yes, that is true. I didn't like it, Yoni, if you ask me. We'll see. Like, maybe he's going to be good. I don't believe in that, to be honest. You know, what we'll see. Like, also, we still don't know if he is going to be put into the standard. If I'm not mistaken, yes, he is going to be in standard manner. But we'll see. Yeah, you can jump, but only if you get that... How do they call it? Kuwaki power. Kuwaki power. Huh? Is that crystals? Ah, no. It's just like a backside of this one. Alright. Hey, no one, how are you doing? Hello, where did you find that fight scene of... Oh yeah, like if with Columbina, it's within that teaser, by the way. If I don't know if that was you who write the comment, but I answered that. I place it with a timestamp. You can check it. It's close to the end of that teaser. You can check it. It's Columbina who fight with Rerir. Yes, it's going to be within Archon Quest, by the way, guys. Keep that in mind, because we are going to get 2 Archon Quest in 6.1. So yeah, will be nice. It will be good. I'm not gonna lie, but again, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, to be honest, I want to get Columbina, like today, or like yesterday, you know, like, yeah, like now, let's say like that. But again, we need to wait a long, like, Columbina will be released in 6.3. Looks like Luna, like second phase of Luna is going to be like 6.1, 2 and 3, something like that, because they revealed Durin, they revealed Nefer, they revealed Columbina and Rerir, so most likely Rerir is not going to be in 6.1, you know, it's also possible. It's maybe he is going to be like in 6.2, just keep that in mind. Because, but yeah, we're going to get like 2 Archon Quests in 6.1 definitely. They did Varka, dude. Why? Vortex. Are you getting Nefer? Yoni, about that, I don't know, to be honest. Maybe I will spend my 50-50, but I'm not sure. You know why? To be honest, I didn't like Nefer so much. Why? It's because... Oh my god. Is it... So yeah, why? Because she plays out of charge attack. Even though I have Lauma, I have like... By the way, you don't need like any specific hydro with her. You can go any hydro. Would be nice to get some healer, that is true, or shielder. But again, you can go any hydro. Like even Shinchi is more than enough, you know, because charge attacks, she doesn't need so like fast hydro application. On top of that, she looks good when she is with 2 Nod-Krai characters, like Ascendant and Nascent Glimpse, you know, because she immediately converts all of the Dendro cores into like specific cores which needs Nefer to get more damage, you know. That's cool, not gonna lie, because you know why? Usually, if, as you know guys, when you create Dendro cores, if you don't attack the cores with Electro, you get Hyperbloom, or if you don't attack with Pyro, you get Burgeon. They will like kind of explode in 6 seconds, if I'm not... Yeah, 6 seconds, 6 or 5 seconds, something like that. Which is actually bad, because that damage is also like hits you as well. When you have Nefer with second Dendro, or like a Nod-Krai characters, it just actually converts and that's it. Which is actually good, you know, like you are not going to get like any unnecessary damage. So we'll see. To be honest, I'm not sure about Nefer so much. I maybe will spend 50-50, but again, I'm not sure about that. Because let's say she is like, let's say like that. Flins is not bad. Yes, he's a little bit restrictive, not a little bit, actually he's restrictive because you mostly need Lunar and second Nod-Krai character. Without that, and like kind of like not consistent, but at least some Hydro within his team. If you don't have his damage, his Acro damage, actually yes, it's bad, but it's normal, you know why? Because it's like he plays out of Lunar and all of the buffs is about Lunar. charge damage. When it comes to Nefer though, I assume that she can be playable without Lauma, but it's going to be like a yeah. It's still, you know what's the problem is? We don't know how Columbina is going to be. If Columbina is going to be like crazy buffer and also can debuff etc and do some off-field damage application, will get like pretty like enough Hydra application for Flins and Nefer and for other characters, Nod-Krai characters, that would be nice. Because at the moment Aino actually it's not so like good unless you have Constellation 1 or 6, something like that. Since I use like stuff for Homa on ineffa and on Flins, for me Flin is better than Aino, even Aino Constellation 1. You know why? Because she gives me Elemental Mastery, but I can get a little bit more Elemental Mastery out of attack buff for ineffa, and also I can get some attack buff for Flins. So let's say like that, the damage is even, but Flin is way more comfortable to play. You just cast your skill and that's it. With Aino you need energy. That's annoying. And with Aino you change your Flin's rotation. With Furina your rotation is completely different, but you need an ineffa. The problem is you need some shielder. Hey Pikmin, how are you doing? No, my bad, Vortex. Like, can you check my Flins? I will max him out and his talent, but I'm farming Leylands. Yeah, of course I can. By the way, Vortex, why not use the Nod-Krai artifact set on ineffa? Oh yeah, you know why? I use like this set, as you know, which is like, yeah, for damage. I use Nod-Krai artifact set on Aino, and if I play with Furina, I use that set on Furina. This set, as you know, like, yeah, says that like moon effect that party members have, like effect from the gleaming moon cannot stack. So you cannot get like this buff again if you use second character with the same set, so it makes no sense. In that case it's better to use something which can increase your damage, or some like, I don't know, you can use tenacity. So because of that it makes no sense. It's like one set on a team, that's it. And by the way, this set is actually pretty flexible. You don't need to use it like on Nod-Krai, you can use it on any characters you want. In case of Flins it's either Electro or Hydro. Or maybe like, let's say like that. Even Sucrose can use that set, you know? Even Sucrose. I assume that future Jahoda can use that set as well. Yeah, but yeah, most likely you want to use not that set. Of course, it's better to use Vivi set, because Vivi set gives you some rest shredding, you know? It's actually helpful. Just a second, Mirak. Let's check Mirak's Flins. But he's not leveled up. Oh, come on, Mirak, he's level 70. Like, just a second. I mean, okay, if you want me to check ratio, it's still not enough, because like, yeah, at level 80 plus you get all of the crit damage. Okay, like, let's check it. 72 to 31. Okay, this set, you overcap like crit rate. You will get a little bit more crit damage. Actually, it's not a bad. Let's check artifacts, because looks like you get. Oh, you use this weapon. That's why. I would suggest you to, like, yeah, you still can use it. I mean, like, attack is low. It's actually super low, you know? Yes, it's enough, but it's low. Don't say me use Elemental Mastery, because Elemental Mastery is attack. Oh, attack, okay. Oh, you have broken artifacts, actually. This one is crazy. Alright. And it was with a 4 substats. Nice, nice, congrats. Actually, you get a crazy artifacts. Yes, you can still do something. This one is trash, but that's alright. I mean, like, you sooner or later you get something better than that, because it's completely trash. Let me check your energy recharge. Energy recharge is okay. Nice, nice. It's a great build. The only problem is like you have low attack. Elemental Mastery is alright. Let's say it's not so, because you get something like, you also get some, oh yeah, if you on field, this weapon gives you more, right? The equivalent character gains 52% of the Elemental Mastery as bonus attack. So yeah, you get some, a little bit more attack. Great build, not gonna lie. You just need to do some like, yeah, improvement, like, yeah, you definitely need to improve this one. All other sets, it's actually like pieces actually good. Yeah, and you have energy recharge, enough energy recharge. Keep that in mind. Don't focus on his skill immediately. Focus on his burst first. After that, decide to do it. I wouldn't suggest you to crown his skill. Like level 9 is more than enough. If you don't have enough mats, more, etc., level 6. That's it. Yes, you will lose some damage, but it's not so significant. Just keep that in mind. So yeah, you can keep it at level 6. And congrats. Actually, you got a pretty good princess. Not gonna lie. I think ineffa more powerful. By the way, Vortex. Let me catch the chat, guys. By the way, Vortex, what do you Nod-Krai artifact set? Oh yeah, like I answered that. This one, Pikmin. I think ineffa is more powerful with others that Nod-Krai, etc. Yes, Pikmin. You know why? No, it's not like that. Ineffa actually is supportive character for Flins. Let's say like that. If you don't have like the point is this set is flexible, so like. This set doesn't have any conditions that you need to use it on Nod-Krai. It says that when dealing elemental damage, gains a glimmering moon. And if you have like 2 Nod-Krais, you know, you get like nascent and then ascendant. That's it. So yeah, because of that, you can use it literally on any character. By the way, you can do the same with Lauma. You know, for example, you will get some, let's say like that. If Columbina is going to have pretty good off-field damage, I would say it's better to use this set on other character and some DPS set, something like this set, on Columbina. You got the point, right? Because you know why? This one is mostly DPS and gives you crit rate. You know, you can actually get invest into like, I don't know, if she scales on HP, for example, you can invest into HP, you know, or maybe elemental mastery, something like that. But give her some power and use this supportive set on any other character. That's it. This set is actually good. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, on last stream I showed you how much elemental mastery you get out of like the characters. So yeah, this set works pretty good or pretty well on Florina, on like Shinchu, on Yelan, on all of the characters. And by the way, if you see my levels, like you don't even need to level it up. So yeah. I haven't played a lot of Nod-Krai. Can you tell me, in short, what that set does? Oh, you mean like that set? Okay. That set, I mean like this supportive set, what it does. If you, let's say like that, you play... Let's say like that. You want to play the team like with Arlecchino, Ineffa, Shinchu and Bennett, right? In that case, you can put this set on, for example, Shinchu. Oh, no, not Shinchu. I said Bennett, Ineffa, and Shinchu. Yes, and Shinchu. You can put this set on Bennett, and because you have 1 Nod-Krai characters, you will get additional 60 elemental mastery on your main carry. Means Arlecchino. Because of that, you can get more wave damage. If you get 2 characters, you can get 120, which is actually helpful. You got the point, right? So this actually, it's a pretty good set. In general, it gives you like buff for your vape, melt, etc. That's why like the only problem is at the moment we only have 1 Hydro, which is Aino. She's okay, but again, it's circle impact. Her application is actually good, but again, might be not enough, you know, for Arlecchino. When it's single target, it's okay, but it's a multiple target might be a problem. But again, it's an elemental mastery buff, which is actually cool. 120, it's not something huge, but again, it's buff, you know. At least it's better than Tenacity, because Tenacity gives you attack and shield strength. This one gives you 120 EM. When it comes to DPS set though, DPS set is like, yeah, you can use this set on Lauma, you can use this set on Flins, on future Nefer. You can use on Aino, but I wouldn't suggest you to do that, because yeah, Aino's damage is actually like, yes, like if you like Aino, then yes. This set is actually extremely simple. It's only like elemental mastery and like some crit value and also lunar damage. But keep that in mind, to activate full power of the set, you need 2 Nod-Krai characters. That's the only condition. By the way, it's better to use 2 Nod-Krais with this set and with this set. But again, with this one, you can use one and you will get 60 EM. So yeah, it's still not a bad buff. Yeah, I need Mora. What the hell, Mirak, did you pay Genshin for? Yeah, like, by the way, that is true. Like, Mirak actually, not gonna lie, like, he has, like, great artifacts. Because I found as well, my artifact is, like, not so well. Yes, I have, like, crit rate, crit damage, but my weapon is, like, this one. You know? So, yeah. It's, yeah, I still need to work to get some, like, pretty good pieces. I have all mats. The circlet isn't trash. Getting crit rate as substate is useless. No, actually, it's not like that. You know why? Let's say yes, that is true, but let's say I don't know all of your pieces. You know, you can actually go like for other set. For example, something like that. If you remember, like I showed you, like I have like this one, which gives you like only crit damage but not crit rate. But unfortunately I need some more crit rate, something like that. If you get something with only crit damage, you know, it would be nice to switch it. But anyway, you have actually a decent amount of crit damage. You have like 31 plus 8 or something you will get when you level him up. So yeah, like your ratio is actually good. Ear and attack are better than seer in circlet. Ear and attack, let's say like that. Your attack is still low, it's not so high. You need to go at least like this amount. You know why? Because of that your damage is actually low. Yes, you can get something out of your buff, out of your like teammates, but again, it's better to get something like that. I mean 2.4k is okay, you know. Yeah, only in your case, Mirak. No, I didn't farm a lot, Yoni. Maybe or two. Yeah, like, so I switch circlet. No need to, Mirak. No need to switch your circlet at the moment. But yeah, if you can get something better, would be nice. What you need to do though, I mean, like, you know why? Because you at the moment use, let's say like that. If you can get more attack, would be nice. At the moment, your attack is actually low. But in general, your build is great. You can actually keep it. You still need to farm, but yeah, 2 weeks of farming is actually so crazy, not gonna lie. Because yeah, like in 2 weeks, but you need to level up, and also don't forget about this burst, because without that, damage is low. It's the main source of his damage. But yeah, no need to change anything. In the future, if you can get something, like, it's still okay. You know why? Because it gives you energy recharge. Unfortunately, he needs ER, and he needs ER about like, let's say like that. I play with 135, it's more than enough. But I play with 2 Nod-Krais and ineffa, you know? When you don't have ineffa, by the way, I did couple tests with Cookie Shinobu. You know what? Actually, Cookie Shinobu is not bad if you have Aino. You actually don't need that ineffa so much. Let's say like that, yes, with ineffa is better. By the way, guys, like, if you think that ineffa is broken as hell, ineffa only gives you buff out of her attack, that's it, and shield. So, like, in general, you actually can go Cookie, like, I don't know, with tenacity, and you will be alright as well. You know, so yeah, like, but having ineffa is not a bad idea. Because ineffa's personal damage is also pretty good.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe.
By the way, if you notice that, I don't use ineffa like Aino's burst every time. You know why? Because when you get lunar charge, you have that lunar charge within 5 seconds. So like, kinda like I don't know how it works, to be honest, but you actually, let me show you again. So I apply Hydro.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
And I still get lunar. You see, like it's a couple seconds. I don't need to apply Hydro again. As I use like ineffa skill, I use Flins skill, and I use Flins burst, and still I get all of the lunar damage, you see? So it's about 5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. We can check that, because... Just a second. Unfortunately, they die pretty fast. You know why? Because that ineffa, actually, she does a lot of damage. No, I didn't. I want to use feather or circlet. What? Yeah, I'm farm. Yeah, you definitely need to farm. I mean, like, you know why? Let's say like that, guys. No matter what, we're going to get Columbina. Most likely. Just a second. Just give me a second. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. Like, you still need to farm no matter what, because you know why? Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Columbina can use this set and Columbina can use supportive set as well. So because of that, at the moment, I would suggest you to keep Sans, Elemental Mastery, HP. I don't think she is going to scale on defense, but HP and EM and attack is actually not a bad idea. Just keep the pieces, you know? So yeah, something like that. Maybe it's not so great, but just like, yeah, just in case, you know. Energy recharge, maybe. I don't think so. I hope she's not going to be rely on energy so much, you know. At least I hope so.
Observe. Fear the dark.
Oh yeah, see, like it hits spot. Now I do only electro damage, and his electro damage is actually not so crazy. But yeah, I still like at the moment, like, yeah, I got again Lunar. Lunar, it's like different color. So it lasts for 5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so yeah, let's do something, because I have like, yeah, I still have to do this one. By the way, don't forget to use the codes. We have like 3 codes to do, like, it's about 300 primogems. And also they give us like something like that. It's a web event or something. You need to like, not this one. Oh yeah, this one. Kinda like it's, no, but I'm sorry, this one. MiliastraWonderland, like it's a web event, you know? And also this one, so yeah, it's like about like 300 primogems. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Oh yeah, I'm going to, oh my god, just a second. I'm going to do like with Cookie Shinobu.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Let's run. Open fire. Open fire. Insulation. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
That's why I mostly used like her skill. Even though, like, why I don't use Furina, you ask? You know why? I don't like Furina's skill so much when you in Overworld. You know why? As soon as you cast it, it lasts for 30 seconds. It's super annoying, you know? When you do some videos, just imagine you recording something and yes, immediately like Saloon members appears. It's actually so annoying. Okay, let's do something like this. Yeah, let me just use Cookie. Cookie's set is
Don't tell me they did
Flower
it again.
of Paradise Lost. It's not the best set. It's EM damage set, but again, let's skip it because why not? It's just like about application, and I just want to show you like how it works.
Out of my way.
Hold on to your hats.
Steady now. The long
No
sleep
shield.
beckons. Observe.
The damage is there, you know. You see, like, it's still like damage, it's pretty good damage, so you can use Cookie, especially if you have Cookie Shinobu, Constellation 2 or higher, because unfortunately Cookie, like, yeah, she uses her HP when you use her skill, but yeah, at the same time she can heal herself. No resistance to interruption for Flins. He has its own resistance to interruption, but it's not enough. So yeah, like in general, like if you don't have ineffa, and you know what's the problem is, ineffa is going to be released with Columbina, alongside Columbina, I assume. So because of that, it might be like, yeah, might hurt you a bit, you know. It's like difficult to go like whether you go for Columbina and her signature weapon, right, or like Columbina and ineffa. The point is, when when it's a supportive character, it's better to not go for the weapon, but it's might be not a good advice because as we know, Escoffier is a good sub DPS, and also her weapon, like signature weapon, is actually extremely great. Well, can you check my Flins and tell me what I need to improve? Okay, of course, yeah, just a second. After trying Flins in Abyss, Varka still clears way faster. Let's say like that. It depends, because most likely you use Aino. Only because of that. If you will go for I can do the test, by the way. Just let me the team tell me the team you use, because you know why. If you use ineffa for Arena team, but not Aino, then yes, with Aino might be slightly slow. That is true. You know what the problem is? Again, it's energy. Skip reward cutscene. So yeah, it's about energy. So you need some energy. Okay, nice, a great piece, another great piece. Oh my god, that's terrible. Alright, so yeah, let's at least 3 pieces. So yeah, like the point is you can use cookie easily. No, I know, that's why. Oh yeah, you decided to actually, like, let's say like that. I don't know if you have like, let's say Primordial Jade Spear is better than this one, keep that in mind. You can use, now unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken, Deathmatch is not better than this one. This one actually R5 gives more damage. If you can increase crit damage would be nice. Your crit rate is okay, attack is okay, energy recharge because of ineffa is okay. No need to go like more than that. Let me check your pieces. Yeah, you still like, yeah, you need like, this one is not bad, but again, like, yeah. I see, yeah, you have no choice actually. This one is a good piece actually, you know, not gonna lie. Energy recharge and crit damage and crit rate, and it's like the set you need. Let me check like this one. Attack. You still have some room to improve. You know why? I mean, like, getting a little bit more crit damage would be extremely helpful. Not gonna lie. But the problem with Flins is a little bit difficult to build. You know why? He needs elemental mastery. He needs attack, he needs energy recharge, and he needs ratio. I mean, like crit damage, crit rate, you know? He's kinda like, I would say, like Alhaitham, you know, something, because Alhaitham is also difficult to build, you know? But with Alhaitham, for example, you go elemental mastery sense, but not attack. You know? But yeah, like, what you need, if you ask me, if you can improve crit damage up to like maybe 190, something like that, would be nice. Because your crit rate is okay, crit damage is a little bit low. And also you have ineffa. So with ineffa is like, let's say like that. With ineffa, yeah, you get additional like, let's say like that. Ineffa can activate a lunar charge. So because of that, you actually like saved, you know, like, yeah. And also about Hydro. After trying Flins and Abyss, like, yeah, Deathmatch is better. No. I have the, no. Deathmatch is not better. Deathmatch, like, let's say like that. If you are planning to refine that weapon up to R5, it's better to use R5 craftable one. It's better. Oh yeah. To be honest, Columbina signature might not be a must pull unless it buffed him. That's a problem. Mirak, that's a problem. You know why? Because I assume that, like, since she is going to be an Archon of a Nod-Krai, you know, you most likely need that weapon. Like, let's say that you don't need that, but it's not a bad idea to go for that weapon, you know? Let's say like that. Like, as I mentioned, I will go for the weapon. But again, we'll see, because she's going to be Catalyst, as you know, guys. We actually have pretty good Catalyst, you know? We have Vidziv. Oh, I don't want to say Vidziv is a great option, but again, it's like pretty affordable one, you know? Also, don't forget about, yeah, Nefer's weapon is not okay. Flins, Aino, Iansan, Sucrose, and Veresa, Shilonan, Furin. Okay, just a second, let me copy that. Let's do the teams. Yeah, I'll try getting better. Yeah, like, Yoni, the only way is just farm a little bit to get a little bit more crit damage, that's it. And by the way, in the future, I would maybe suggest you, I don't know if you go for a 5-star weapon or something, I mean, like, yeah. If you will get a chance to get a weapon, at least, like, you know why? Like, that Sinus signature is pretty flexible weapon. Staphahoma is pretty flexible weapon, because Staphahoma literally can be used on any character. That Sinus weapon, signature weapon, is also can be used on literally any character. That's a great weapons. So yeah, they definitely can be helpful. I kind of forgot, like, was attack main stat good on Nefer or not? Cause like I just got a good piece with attack main stat. No, like it's for just a second. Let me check that. Let me check her stats. Just a second. Oh no, she scales, let's say like that. Nefer scales on attack and on elemental mastery as well. But scaling on EM is twice higher than attack. So it's better to go elemental mastery sands and elemental mastery goblet. For Nefer and substat, it's like kinda like she doesn't need energy recharge so much. I would suggest you to go for either elemental mastery, crit rate, crit damage, and attack if you can. That's it. So it's better to go attack, EM, crit rate. If you don't have elemental mastery sands and goblet, you still can use elemental attack goblet, and you know why? Because she is kind of like just a second, let me show you. She is kind of like Alhaitham. If you check Alhaitham, Alhaitham has the same stuff. You see, like 121% of attack he scales and 241 from elemental mastery. Nefer is the same, but she has twice higher multipliers. That's it. So it's kind of like 50% of attack and 100% of EM. So it's better to use elemental mastery, which is obvious. But if you don't have, you still can use attack and it's going to be okay, you know? Yeah, you still can use it. Let's say like until you get something like good, some good elemental mastery sand, using attack is not a bad idea. Hey Mishra, how are you doing? Good evening, good evening. It's so hard because the domain really doesn't give... Yeah, that is true. Like, you know why? Because of that, I keep all of the EM like pieces possible. Let me show you something. So yeah, like energy recharge. Even though it's not crazy, I keep it because you never know. Like, you know, it's always like that. And let me show you like this set. I literally keep... You see, even this trashy elemental mastery, I keep it. You know why? Because, yeah, it's possible that you can use it somehow in the future. You see, like the trashy energy recharge, at least for now. I definitely, yes, I have this elemental mastery. Not the greatest one, but useful, you know? Sooner or later you get something, but if you can't, at least like, yeah, you can use it. What looks like, is Lost Prayer a good weapon for Nefer? Lost Prayer? Oh, Yoni, you can use it. Hey, like, hey, HZQ. Hi. So yeah, you can use Lost Prayer. You know why? Let's say like that. Why Lost Prayer might be good? Lost Prayer increase your speed. So because of that, actually it might be useful. Also, it gives you some crit rate. And she scale, like her ascension is crit damage, you know, so it might be useful. Also, it increased movement speed, as I mentioned, which is good, and also it gives you some damage. Since Nefer is going to be on field, you actually can fully get that 32% attack. As you know, she consumes Verdant Deuce. And after that, you can do charge attacks, like kind of enhanced charge attack to do some damage. So because of that, these weapons actually fit so well. You know? Yeah. Despite that, the only problem is about crit rate. As you know, like what's the problem is, she definitely need to use this set, which also gives you crit rate. You know, that's a problem. But again, in that case, what you need to do, just like give her artifacts without crit rate, because just like let's say like, yeah, she gets 5% from character itself, 30% from set, and another 33% from the weapon. Just imagine you already, without getting any substat crit rate or something, you already will get like 68% of crit rate. That's crazy actually. So yeah, that's why in general, let's say like that, using some crit rate weapon on Nod-Krai characters with who can use this set, it's not so great, but it's still possible. It depends on your artifacts. By the Vortex, like I think like they added that moon sword. Yeah, they will add to like what's, yeah, they will add that. That's true. So you can actually refine it up to refinement 5. It's not bad. You know why? Because that weapon might be pretty useful. Mirak says like about this weapon, it's not leveled up completely. You know why? I have a Skurk signature, which is actually like, yeah, like pretty good. But if you want to play with like out of burst with Skurk, this one is actually might be pretty good option, not gonna lie, because it's increased like its damage by a lot. It's at refinement 1. I don't, maybe at refinement 5, definitely at refinement 5 it will give you more damage than when in burst, like when you burst, than this one R1. But in general, if I'm not mistaken, this one is still slightly better than R5, like here, R5 this one. Just keep that in mind. But burst, yes, it's going to be crazy. I just realized that artifacts domain suck like all my impulse. Oh, yeah, no, it's not like that. Come on. No, it's not like that. I mean, yeah, maybe you can say that, but yeah.
Prepare to meet your Get with me.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Do you fear the dark?
Yeah, if you notice that, so the damage is actually the same. But again, like, the point is, like, ineffa is way better battery than any other Electro at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, because like she's actually crazy. You know why? Because she can create up to 9 particles within her skill. 9 to 10 particles within her skill. Actually, it's a huge. She's a crazy. That's why ineffa is so good. Ineffa is just for Flins.
Complete.
It's just crazy. But again, you still can go without ineffa. Just like, yeah, I don't want to force you to go for ineffa. Can you suggest me some good new wallet teams without Kazuha and Shilonen? Without Kazuha and Shilonen? Oh, actually, yes, but I don't know if you have the characters. Let's say like that. Shilonen is like actually, well, I don't want to say she's must-have, but she's not bad, you know? You can go like, yeah, Furina, new wallet. If you have Sitlali, you can go Sitlali. You also can go, in this case, like ineffa if you have. Ineffa is not a bad team in general, like this one.
Leave me alone. Never mind.
You
Let's
can go Sucrose instead of Kazuha, by the way. It's also not a bad option. Just keep that in mind. You can go Lauma. Like, yeah, with Lauma is like, yeah, a little bit like, yeah. The point is like his signature team is like, yeah, this one with plus Kazuha. But again, Sucrose is not a bad option because Constellation 6 Sucrose also gives you some damage buff, you know. You can go maybe, yeah, in case of EM Raiden, it's not a bad team, you know, like which one, like this one. But yeah, you need to go EM Raiden. I was planning for Constellation 1, Newlet, Furina, Lauma, and Cookie. It's not a bad team. You know what's the problem is? The only problem is Cookie Shinobu in this case. If you go for Constellation 1, yes, you will get resistant to interruption and additional damage. And by the way, you know what? Your damage will be increased by a lot. The point is, New Wallet, as you know, has like this.
What they do this
It's
time?
not a trash passive, it's just like how it works. Like this stuff. So yeah, when a party member triggers a vaporized or like frozen electro, etc., like one of these attacks, you need 3 of them. One stack, you get 1 stack. If you get 3 stacks, you get 160. When you get Constellation 1, you already get 1 stack. So you need only 2 reactions. It means you can use Furina and your damage will be increased by a lot. So I would say Constellation 1 is not a bad option. If you ask me, go for New Wallet. If you like New Wallet, go for Constellation 1. But keep that in mind, you need to give him like enough energy. I can try this team. Just a second, Mirak. I will try Varese as well. New Wallet, Shanlink, Lila. So yeah, official. Okay. So yeah, let me show like post blank for like New Wallet, Furina, Lauma cookie. Let's try this team because you know why? Actually, like my cookie is EM build. Let's try this team you told me about.
Do not be afraid.
And let's go. Let's do some spy lobbies. I'm going for New Wallet guaranteed because I will be saving everything for him. Oh, for real? You want to go for weapon as well? I mean, why, let's say like that. To be honest, if you ask me about like maybe 6 months before, maybe I would say yes. I wanted to go for New Wallet back then, but after that I decided to kind of like, yeah, like skip him. You know why? Because yeah, let's go first half. You know why? At the moment, I don't want to say he's not so relevant. He's actually good. And if you, by the way, don't forget about the skin. I don't know if you like him or not, but within the next upcoming lantern, right, we will get 2 skins. One for New Wallet and another one for Chonyun. Chonyun skin is going to be for free. So yeah. And most likely you need to finish some like quest or event or something. I don't know, like your constellation on cookie, but I would say it's better to use like something like that. It's going to be like Lauma after that cookie, you know? So yeah, because of what like, so yeah, let's just give it a try. Oh, New Wallet. I'm already at like almost 50 PD guaranteed, so no matter what, I want like New Wallet. Okay, if that, you know, like Mishra, to be honest, I don't know when he is going to get his rerun. Most likely in near future, because on Lantern Ride, since he gives like since Hoyo gives a skin for New Wallet, most likely he will get his rerun as well. So it's like in a month or a couple months, something like that. If only like, okay. I see Chonyun lower since day one. For real? I'm so glad. For real? Actually, you know what, Pikmin? Chonyun was my saver back then because of his skill, which gives you Hydro. Back then, Lectors, especially Hydro Lectors, you know, like they was so annoying. By the way, that was the reason why I went for Ayaka, wished for Ayaka. It's only because of those lectors. So Chonyun was my saver because like he gives like Hydro Cryo Fusion, you know? It was extremely helpful to use them. Alright, so yeah, let's try this one.
Time to shine.
Bow your head.
Leave this place.
No, that's a mistake actually. In that case, it's better to use hold, but not like Lauma's not top skill, but hold skill.
Let the world collide.
Silence!
Dissipate. I'll settle this.
Let the mighty be humble.
Out of my sight.
Settle down.
Shower me with praise.
Branches of song.
Our bond is strong.
The tides beckon.
Lumine echo in song.
An oversight on my part.
Yeah, if you don't have like resistance, like
Justice is blindsided. Bow your head.
you know what's the problem with Cookie? That's a problem with Cookie. Justice. You need to be super close.
Let the mighty be humble. Settle down.
Time to shine.
everlasting force.
Stand with me.
Scythe off! Be sanctified.
Damn, that's just like
Settle down!
Strike a pose.
Just
no resistance to interruption. It's just terrible, you know. Like it's so difficult to play with that. Let me try it again. It's just so difficult to play. It's just fun, you know. I still remember, like, you know, works during command new bullet. Like Yoni, to be honest, like I skipped new bullet more than sufficient, so no matter what I will pull. Oh yeah, like Yoni, I maybe wouldn't, if you don't have new bullet, I wouldn't suggest you to go for new bullet. Why? If I'm not mistaken, you have mualani. Columbina is on the way, and you, if I'm not mistaken, can use Columbina. Actually, for Mishra, I would suggest to go for Columbina and her weapon instead of new bullet Constellation 1 and weapon, to be honest. But again, if he likes new bullet, why not? Again, I assume that Columbina would be way better than new bullet. You know why? Let's say at first place, Columbina is Archon, and she's going to be the last Archon in the game, you know? Definitely powerful. She's going to be Nod-Krai, so she can utilize Nod-Krai, Nascent, and Ascendant Gleam. So it's actually, like, you already can say that even if she is going to do off-field damage, that off-field damage is going to be crazy. You know why? Just look at ineffa. Ineffa is like not so powerful. You know, like let's say if you get Constellation 1 or Constellation 2 ineffa, that Birgitta can do about 400k damage. Just imagine. Yes, you need signature, but again, like without signature, like she's actually dealing pretty good damage. I still remember that day I got like Chon Yun to level 90. He was my first, for real. Oh, that's crazy because I didn't know that. Yeah, for me, unfortunately, he's still level 70. But back then, I used him a lot. Just, yeah. He's extremely useful, by the way. And why I want new bullet? Because if I build him strong, he will be relevant for pretty long. About that, Mishra, you know what? Let's say like that. I still would suggest you to go for Columbina and her signature instead of Constellation 1 and new bullet signature. You know why? Because actually, even without, yes, as you notice, like using new bullet without Constellation 1 against this boss, it's possible. Again, like I just didn't get used to that. But again, it's a little bit annoying. You need to get used. Like if you get, for example, if I'm going to use not cookie but ineffa, it's going to be way more easy to play. When it comes to Constellation 1, yes, it will definitely makes your life easier, but again, Columbina is definitely going to be better. Definitely. I think the comparison between my Varesa and Flins is unfair since Varesa team has 2 best slot support. No, it's not like that. Actually, you can compare. You know why, Mirak? Because Flins with Nod-Krai stuff gets actually pretty good buff. New bullet resistance is really bad. New bullet doesn't, no. New bullet doesn't have resistance at all. At Constellation 0, new bullet doesn't have any resistance to interruption. Let me just give it a try again. I just messed up, like, because you need to do like initial like more damage and do proper. Just a second.
Our bond is strong. Out of my way.
Let the mighty be humbled.
Out of my sight.
Unfortunately, with Skoki, you need to be close to an enemy, you know.
Settle down.
This way.
With one heart.
Yeah, that's what mistake
Receive my
actually.
blessing.
Time to shine.
The tides beckon. Silent.
My cookie is also not a great choice, you know.
Settle down.
Strike a pose.
Nicole lost it.
Our bond is strong. Let the world collide!
Be sanctified.
Yoo-hoo!
For the everlasting forest.
This way!
The tides beckon.
So yeah, after a couple tries you can use it, but again, cookie, why cookie is bad? For me, my cookie is Constellation 0. Not enough skill time, you know. So because of that, it's a little bit annoying. When you go with ineffa, it's way more better. Newlet needs either his Constellation bar or shoulder. Now you can use Newlet, you know, like so far, like not gonna lie, but I used Newlet without any Constellation. He was okay, you know. Yes, it's a little bit struggle, but you need to get used to that. Yes, definitely with Constellation 1 and or any shielder is way better. Unfortunately, we don't have so many shielders. It's I mean, like, who fits Newlet so well, you know. Or like, what other teams are good with Newlet? Like, I main him in freeze and absolutely can't make him do a lot of damage with other. Yeah, you know why? Let's say like that. For Flins, like best in slot team is Furina, Newlet, Shilonen, and Kazuha or Sucrose. Now instead of Kazuha, you can go. Let me do it in spoiler. Miracle. I didn't forget about Viris and Flins. Just a second. You can go like not Kazuha but Citlali. It's not a bad option as well. Character bloom damage increase, but yeah, let's give it a try like on the second half, you know. Or maybe the problem is you need electro charge to destroy the shield, you know. Like you can use this team with Shilonen, Kazuha, for example, or you can go like Citlali. Citlali is also not a bad option, like Citlali or Kazuha. Or you also can use Sucrose. You know, but it's like kind of because you cannot swill Geo anyway. You definitely will swill Hydro. Other teams, you can go actually like ineffa team. You know, like ineffa or any other Electro. It's also pretty good. You can go Raiden EM with Nahida. It's not a bad team actually. Let's say like that. Instead of ineffa, which I used, you can use actually like this team, like something like that, like. Yes, that's the EM buff. It's not like a good option, but again, you can, you know. Raiden, EM Raiden is not bad. Actually, in some cases, EM Raiden is better than Cookie. You know why? Her skill lasts for 25 seconds. So because of that, you don't need to switch to Cookie every time, like you lose Electro. Other than that, you know, like he's kind of like okay. You can use with Shanling. It's not a bad team, by the way, like Shanling, like something like that. With, in that case, maybe it's, let's try like this one. Let's say you can do vape damage. Unfortunately, like without Constellation 1, I saw a lot of teams. Without Constellation 1, using Shanling is a little bit difficult because you need to be close to an enemy. But let's give it a try, you know, like let's something like that. Let's try like this over vape team. Actually, it's not a great idea, but let's give it a try. Like, I think Fischl or ineffa is better than Cookie. No, about Fischl, no. You know why, Mishra? The problem with Fischl, if you have Constellation 6, Fischl's Oz, like, his kind of scales on your normal attacks. So, like, with Newlet, Fischl is actually bad. She's not so great, unfortunately. Ineffa is, yes, Ineffa is way better. To be honest, Ineffa is insane. I love, yes, actually that is true. I'm not gonna lie, I'm completely agree with Yoni because, you know what, when I went for Ineffa, next day I saw that, oh my god, that was so big mistake, you know, why Ineffa? She's actually like, we are not even in Nod-Krai. Like, but you know, like, after playing couple times and after like, let's say, I used couple different team comps, she actually broken, not gonna lie. She's a crazy supportive character, you can use her on field, by the way. Yes, She's She doesn't get any infusion unless you use some like, you know, like Chon-Yun stuff or Bennett stuff, you know, something like that, because she is electro and like, yeah, like her skill doesn't give fusion, her burst doesn't give fusion. But when it comes to buff and energy requirements, she is actually good, because at the moment I play my ineffa with only one certain energy recharge, and you know what, she's okay. You need about 130. And in that case, you can use her burst every rotation, and she gives you EM buff, which is actually extremely valuable. I also have a Chon-Yun chibi figure. For real? I mean, like in real figure, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's crazy, actually. She's, by the way, yeah, and would be nice to get his skin, not gonna lie. I hope they will give something not like Shinchu's skin or like Yelan's skin or like something like Furina's skin, something new, you know? Yeah, ineffa really powerful. Yes, she is great. You know, Vortex, can you please try this team? Nuvolet, Lauma, Furina, ineffa? Yes, I can. Oh, yes, just a second. Let me try this one first. Yes, Mirak. Flins, Aino, Iansan, like I copy that. I will do that. Just a second. Let me try this one first.
Defensive mode engaged.
Yeah, using
Preparing
that.
for dust up.
Get them! Pertinent fool. Gone!
Silence!
Yeah, I messed up. Yes, let me try it again. You need to get used to, like, yeah, I usually place Nuvolet on a third, or like yeah, slot, you know, just.
Lumine, echoing song!
Bow your heads.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Eat this! Transgressions!
Let the mighty be humble.
This wave damage is actually pretty great.
Strike a pose!
Silence!
Ultimatum protocol.
Nice and spicy! Let the world collide!
Be sanctified.
You see, like, enough is way more better damage.
Lola, get them! You're toast!
Settle down.
Out of the frying pan,
Defensive mode engaged.
So yeah, like way, but because, like, by the way, don't forget to release your Goba. Goba is also actually like pretty good. Which team? Like Lauma. Isn't Tulpa in a second phase? Or Tulpa in a second? I don't know about that. Yes, maybe. You mean like within this Spiral Abyss? Yes, maybe.
shower me with praise! Let my name echo in song!
Silence!
With one heart, we pray. First,
Installation chamber.
It's better to use ineffa after that Lauma, actually. I messed up.
Be humble. Bow your head.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Be sanctified. Settle down.
for the everlasting forest.
Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for dust up.
Strike a pose!
Branch into song.
Silence.
By the way, Lauma is actually pretty broken, you know?
Let the mighty be
Not gonna
humble.
lie. Yeah, for me she's double crown, but yeah, Lauma is crazy. Like, let's say like that. Lauma is kinda like improved. Like, she's definitely better than Nahida. Definitely better. because you know what's the problem with Nahida? Nahida, you need to use Nahida every time, like when there's a new enemy. That's a problem. And also, if you compare with Emily, she's way better than Emily. I don't use Emily for a long time, to be honest. Oh yeah, for a long time. But yeah, like she actually completely, even though I like Emily, but yeah, don't forget about Emily. You know why? When we will get some pyro-related Nod-Krai character, Emily would be just crazy as hell, because like that burning, at the moment we don't use Lauma with burning. You know why? Because yeah, we don't have like pretty good characters when it comes to defensive, you know? Oh, like yeah, because yeah, it's Toma only. Hey Nagato, how are you doing? I think Columbina is good with Flins. Yes, Columbina definitely will going to be great. Isn't Tulpa? Yeah. Columbina, yes. Columbina, like let's say like that. With Columbina you can replace... just a second, let me check. Like when you get Columbina, which I would suggest you to do, you can replace Aino. For example, if you don't have ineffa, like that Columbina is going to be like second Nod-Krai with Flins. Definitely better. We'll see, because according to the leaks, Columbina can activate Lunar Charge and Lunar Bloom, you know, but not Vaporize, you know. And like we're going to get, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, like Lunar Vaporize as well. So Columbina can only activate Lunar Charge and Lunar Bloom, but it's more than enough. You know why? It means she can be useful with Flins, with Ineffa, with Lauma, and with Nefer. So yeah, it's... Says Flins, Aino, Iansan, Sucros. Let me first try this team. Flins. Aino. Iansan. Okay, like let's be Iansan. Iansan, like, oh my god, I like, okay. Rerir, Shilonan, Furina, Iansan. Okay. When Mirak says me the teams, I'm going crazy, not gonna lie. I hope Chonyun gets a cool hairstyle with his skin. Yeah, I hope that as well. You know why, Pikmin? Because to be honest, I like Chonyun, even though I don't use him. Like, don't like check his level 70. You know why? But he's always builded. Like, I always keep him builded. Just as let me check that. As I know, I only change his... Oh no, my bad. So yeah, maybe I... Oh my god. Hey Zora, how are you doing, Misha? The problem with this is my Shenling isn't built at all. Shenling is actually crazy character. Most likely, you know why? Let's say like that. You like back then, I skipped a lot of pyro characters because of Bennett Shenling duo. I skipped Hutao, I skipped Yoimiya, I skipped Lini. I skipped. So yeah, I skipped a lot of characters because of that duo. Because it's crazy duo actually. You know why? Bennett as a battery and buff, and Shenling as a off-field DPS, just crazy. Especially if you have Constellation 4 and if you have that use that Goba. So yeah, she's actually pretty good. Most likely you already had some pyro characters. So because of that, so yeah, make no sense to use her. We're going crazy over my team. So yeah, like because like it's actually like yeah. Okay, let's do it. Let's give it a try. So yeah, rotation is going to be like that. You first need to use Aino, then because Janssen is not so great with like yes, I saw a couple videos, guys, but don't get fooled with Sarah and Flins. Even though you can use Sarah with Flins, it's actually not a great deal. Just keep that in mind. You know, yes, you can build Sarah to like check if you can one-shot with Flins, but you also can one-shot with Flins even without Sarah. Yeah, Sarah gives 60 crit damage, but you need to use her properly. You need that her burst hit your main DPS, Electro DPS, to get that 60 crit damage. Just keep that in mind. It's a little bit annoying. You know, with Raiden is easy. With other characters, it's difficult. I have done Imaginarium City. It's easy. Imaginarium City, yes, like I finished Imaginarium City, like, yeah, like at the beginning, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, it wasn't so difficult. You know why, Zoro? Because, yeah, by the way, Yoni also asked me about Imaginarium City, but I forgot to answer that question. As you know, guys, I usually don't use broken characters at the beginning. So because of that, this Imaginarium City was pretty easy for me, you know? So yeah, I used like old bad characters, then like to the end, I still had like couple pretty broken DPS characters. So yeah, it was okay, not so difficult. For Pyro, I already had Benny and Mavuika. No, like, let's say like that. Bennett is kind of like healing, and like Bennett doesn't apply Pyro. But you can use Mavuika, yes, that is true. You can use Mavuika instead of Shanling. You can like use that. Okay, let's try this time. This is actually like, yeah, I did a mistake there.
Quick as a flash. Stand clear.
Close your eyes. Observe. Beware the creatures of the night.
Faster, stronger. Quick as a flash. Let's absorption test.
Be silent. Observe. Night falls.
It's not bad, actually. It's not so terrible as I imagine. You know why, like, again, like... It's actually not so bad, not going on. It's better than you, like...
Stand clear.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe.
Yeah, it's not so bad. But again, like, it's not a bad team, actually. Hey, Lucas, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm using, like, Iansan until Nefer run. Oh, yes, it's still... You know why? I mean, you know what's the problem with Janssen? Janssen doesn't apply of field electro, and that will hurt you a lot. That's a problem with Janssen. And by the way, yes, I don't know your constellation, if I'm not mistaken, it's constellation 0 or something. But again, she doesn't apply of field electro. Like for the teams, like when you play with Pyro, for example, if you use Janssen to buff Mavuika, which is possible, it's okay, you don't need that electro. But for a team like Flins, it's actually like, yeah, it hurts him a bit. Otherwise, I heard like lunar mode is hard. Let's say like that, Zoro. I heard the same. But again, it depends on how you manage your characters. If you try to, let's say like that, if you keep your like good DPS characters to the end, you actually can finish it pretty easily, with no problem whatsoever. Yes, when you use all of your broken characters at the beginning, yes, it's a huge struggle, and also you need to use that buffs, you know,
on, let's get moving.
For example, like electrocharge, etc., something like that. The problem is this lunar, like last one, like existing one, like it gives like bad elements, which is like electro, hydro and geo, you know. So yeah, constellation 0, I remember that. This continuation of the song of the welcome moon is going to be awesome. Yeah, that is true. Like Vortex for aura farming, meet fight with Flint's burst. What for aura farm? Oh yeah, but let me tell you, I'm not excited for the new gameplay mode. Oh yeah, me either actually, Lucas, if you ask me. But you know what? Unfortunately, you still, like, let's say we have no choice, you know? Like, yeah, we like kinda, we're going to use it anyway. Like that mod. You know why? You definitely will use. I don't know about you, but I definitely will use it. Because it will give you, at the beginning, it will give you some primogems, etc. Also, it has separated wishing system. So yeah. Miracle, I'm going for K. Is Constellation 1 Lauma worth pulling if she... No, I wouldn't suggest you to go for Constellation 1 Misha. You know why? I wouldn't suggest you to go for her weapon and Constellation 1. Let's say like that. for new characters, Constellation 1 and 2 is actually pretty good. The point is, like, it's better to save for new upcoming characters, because we're going to get Durin, we're going to get Columbina. Don't forget about like Alice and Nicole. Don't forget about that Adeptus horse. You know, that horse is going to be Animo. Maybe it's a good supportive character. You know, who knows? Yes, that it's not going to be a Nod-Krai character. It's most likely is going to be Liu Harbor character. But again, you know. Also, don't forget about which one? Yeah, we should get about like couple characters from a Light Keepers like faction, you know. So yeah, I would suggest you to go. Let me check her constellations though, just in case. So yeah, this team, Ianson and and who that was? Shilonen and Shilonen. Okay. Just a second. I usually don't go for constellation, but again, yes. After Lauma use elemental skill or elemental boost, she will gain phase of life for 20 seconds during this time. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it's not bad. It means like you get like from will be reduced to 4% its max duration. So yeah, stamina cost for Lauma. Let's say like that. It's a healing. I wouldn't suggest you to go for that. Anyway, you know why? I mean, if you have Nilo, then maybe yes. If you don't have Nilo, going for that, yes, it's not a bad option. But if I'm not mistaken, that healing is not so huge. You know, just keep that in mind. It's less than Shilonen gives you. So it's kind of like to keep you alive, but not healing you completely, you know? If I'm not mistaken, this constellation doesn't heal you so much. So I wouldn't suggest you anyway. If I decided to go, okay. Fixing artifacts loadout would be, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this for artifacts loadouts we have at the moment, it's actually trash as hell. It's so bad. So yeah, let's try this one. You need to do what? You need to do like this one. Then use Furina. Why you use Furina though? What here? You need something here.
First, volcano kablam! Yeah! Headbutt! Yeah! Be gone! Yeah! Headbutt! Controlled breathing! On my mark! Hero incoming! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Headbutt! It's justice o'clock! Bring it! Shower me with this! Quick as a flash! Start the... Hero incoming! Yeah! It's justice o'clock! Strike a pose! Control breathing! On my mark!
I like Verisa, you know why? Because Verisa can dodge so many attacks because she's jumping. She's so cool in that case. And by the way, no matter what, she's definitely will be useful in the future. You know why? Yes, maybe her damage will be a little bit low, but you always can use her with double Nod-Krai characters. Let's try it, by the way. You know why? I assume that its damage is going to be better. Give me a second, guys. Furin for electro buff with Shilonen healing. Oh, I forgot to use Shilonen healing. Actually, that is true. But you know why? To be honest, I usually don't use this team because mostly Furin is for it. But yeah, my bad. I mean, like, Yeah, that is true. Let's go the team like that. Let's switch Furina, let's switch Janssen, and let's go the team like that. Let's go Verisa, let's go Aino, let's go Shilonen, and let's go ineffa. So yeah, let's give it a try. Without Verisa, I wouldn't be able to. Without Verisa, but your Verisa is, if I'm not mistaken, your Verisa has like a signature, and also she's builded like not bad, you know.
Bring it!
Insulation chamber.
Oh my god.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Did I catch him correct? No. Let's do it again. Just a second. I don't know. Actually, you don't need to run after him, you know? Yeah, without Verisa, like we are gonna. Bye bye, Pikmin. Bye bye. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I have like signature with like trashy build. So yeah, your build is actually not so great. Not gonna lie, because yeah, I know that my build is way better, to be honest, even without signature.
Defensive mode engaged.
It's terrible. I just like, yeah, I don't use, I don't use Shilonen so often. Because you know why? For Nod-Krai, she's not so relevant.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Bring it!
If I'm not mistaken.
Insulation chamber.
You see the damage?
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Why is that? Because it's Lunar. Lunar is actually more damage than Electro. So even though you don't use Furina, and as you know, Furina will give you a lot of buff if you use Shilonen. In that case, you don't need to use Shilonen's healing. You know why? Because you have shield, and also you activate a lunar charge, and also you get some elemental mastery, which is actually not so relevant for Verisa, but still increase her damage. So this team is also pretty good. When you start with Verisa, use 2 charge attacks. I mean, you know, like, let's say like that. I don't use Verisa so much, to be honest. 2 charge attack, like, yeah, maybe, like, she has, like, good rotation, not gonna lie, but yeah, like, it's still okay. Yeah, alright. I will pull for either Columbina or Neuvillette, whoever comes first. Like, Columbina comes first. First, guaranteed, and, oh yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe Neuvillette, actually. Guaranteed, and later think about other, because my next character is guaranteed, and so yeah, let's say like that, Misha. If you ask me why I wouldn't suggest you to go for Neuvillette. Neuvillette is crazy, not gonna lie, but keep that in mind. Neuvillette was released in Fontaine, and it's almost like it's 4.0, right? It's almost like about like 2 years ago, right? He's still relevant. Literally all of the buffs or changes to reaction we get in the game like somehow like increase Neuvillette's damage, or like yeah, it's like that. I don't know why is that, but again, you know, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to get something new, and it also will increase Neuvillette's damage. So yeah, like the point is, New Wallet is not bad, but I still wouldn't suggest you to go for Constellation 1. It's better to go for Columbina and her weapon instead of like Constellation 1. Yes, New Wallet with Constellation 1 is crazy, but you always can get ineffa if you don't have ineffa, for example. You know why? Like additional character would be better because you can use ineffa with so different, like let's say like you can use like this team, which is actually crazy team. You can use Arlecchino, you can use Bennett, Shinchu, and ineffa. This team is actually crazy as hell. The only condition is like, yeah, giving Shinchu a little bit more energy recharge, about 220.
Everybody stand! Let me weave you a verse.
Defensive mode engaged.
I messed up a little bit. I lost it. My God, come on, just give me some skill.
Laid bare. Body and mind. Witness the power.
Installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
Teamwork is strength. Overruled. Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Defensive mode engaged.
Everybody stand up.
So yeah, this team is actually extremely crazy team. You know, yeah, like you might struggle with the second boss with this team, but again, like this team is cool. The point is that ineffa can like be used in so many team cons. Let me show you now with like, yeah, I use that team, but again, like Yoni asked me to use the team. The team is like Furina, New Wallet, Shilon and ineffa. Shilon and ineffa. So yeah, you can use ineffa as well. Like not Lauma. Lauma is good, but yeah.
Installation chamber.
Be sanctified.
Out of my sight.
Settle down.
Let the world collide. Bring it.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Let the mighty be humble. Bow your head.
So yeah, as you know, it's like it's completely different. Like when you use like Lauma, when you use Shilon, and when you use ineffa. It's by the way, ineffa even with sucrose would be like ineffa, like Shilon, and even with sucrose would be better, you know. So yeah, using Lauma is okay, but not a great option. Oh, you have ineffa. Okay, if you have ineffa, actually that's crazy. Damn, if I can talk like to hoyoverse, got a collaboration. You don't have to flex on me. What? Mirak. Ah, okay, Mirak. Okay, alright. I will pull for either Columbina. Then, if I can talk, like... I got collaborations that probably it's got approved will break the internet cause like it's collaboration with a franchise that has been forgotten. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know about that, Lucas. You know, when it comes to like collaboration or something, you know, it's usually like on... like... it's a little bit like complicated question, you know why? Because it depends on so many things, like because yeah, like I don't know, like yeah, maybe it's possible. Just talk, yeah, if you can. New Wallet was released in 4.1, so it will like about like 2 years. Oh yeah, that's true, like about 2 years. That's it's as a point is like Mishra. New Wallet is extremely old character, even though he is still useful. You know why? Because of his crazy charge attack. That is true. let's go like this team.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
I have an Nefer and I just need New Wallet to have a strong DPS in my team. For actually, in Stygian, you know what? I would say you something like even with Constellation 1 and his signature, unfortunately, New Wallet for diary mode is not applicable. It's not okay, unfortunately. Just keep that in mind. I mean, you can use them somehow in fearless mode, but when it comes to diary mode, it's not like that.
Time to shine.
Silence! Be sanctified.
Stand with me. Lightning purify.
He has damage. The problem is this enemy
Settle down!
needs Lauma.
Let the mighty be humbled!
Strike a pose. Let the world come on.
Again, like I can show you my build. Like that build is actually not bad. Not gonna lie. No, like HP should be a little bit less. Just a second. I hope they make Lunar MC and like can like activate about Lunar MC Mirac. I don't know. Come on. Why it's not attack, right? Or like elemental mastery. Like I have defense and then another defense. Oh my god. Anyway, I will keep it. Damn, bro. Crit damage, of course it's defense. Why it's not? Or else like I can build Lanyan, yeah, for New Wallet because my Lanyan is. Oh yeah, like no, like unfortunately Lanyan, like Lanyan Constellation 1 considered to do normal attacks, not charge attacks. It's completely different. Oh, let me check that. As I know, my Lanyan is also builded. She's actually cool, not gonna lie, because in some cases she might be extremely useful, but she considered to do normal attack. Why like that? Is active when your active party members normal attacks deals damage. You see, it's not charge attack. Unfortunately, you can use with New Wallet, but it's not okay. So yeah. It's not okay. Lanyan is not a great option. You still can use her, but you know, like let's say like that. A difference between Constellation 0 and Constellation 2, it's nothing. It's kind of the same because you need like normal attacks. Sorry guys. I think Flins, New Wallet, Furina, Ineffa can clear Stygian flying robot. Which one thinks like Flins, New Wallet, Furina, Ineffa? No, they can't, unfortunately. Definitely. Sandrone piece. About Sandrone, actually, yes, maybe, because, oh, actually, yes, that is true. I completely forgot about Sandrone, because Sandrone, by the way, Sandrone, to pronounce her name, Sandrone, her name pronounced as like Sandrone. So yeah, let me just show you my build. Oh yeah, it's like 43, I forgot. So yeah, he has like 43 HP, 44 crit rate, 254, 150. Why is so much energy? Oh yeah, energy is high because of this weapon. I forgot. I usually have 140, my bad. So yeah, talents is like 1066. And he has actually pretty good artifacts, not gonna lie. His build is crazy because like yeah, and if you notice, I use like this weapon. It's like prototype Amber R1, you know, because of healing, energy, and like HP. Okay, so yeah, let's do a couple books. Okay, then like it's finalized. Columbina, her weapon, and copy of New Wallet. I would say it's better choice than going for his weapon, but again, you know what's the problem is? Actually, if you ask me, I would maybe suggest you to try his weapon rather than Constellation 1, but Constellation 1 gives you more flexibilities and damage. So yeah, go for, if let's say like that, if you struggle with that resistance to interruption, like by don't having resistance to interruptions, then go for Constellation 1. Because you know why? Let's say, to be honest, like experience with ineffa on your team and Cookie or any other electro, it's huge. Because with ineffa, you actually, even though ineffa's shield is not so broken, you actually feel yourself so comfortable. You know why? Because yeah, you don't care about the damage so much. You know. Yeah, I completely forgot about Sandrone.
Letting grave names echo! Dissipate!
I didn't use it. He still has damage, not gonna lie. I mean, like when it comes to like, and by the way, I didn't use Furina's burst because it wasn't ready. I will be pulling for one copy of Newell at Columbina and Columbina. Yeah, I would say, you know what, at the moment, I would suggest you to go for Columbina definitely. For Newell, if you like it. About the weapon, Columbina's weapon, you can decide. You know why? Because she's going to be Catalyst. But if she will get some sub DPS ability, then it's not a bad option to go for her weapon. Another point is, if you know all of the let's say like that, for Ineffa, her weapon is actually crazy because that weapon increases lunar charge damage by a lot, you know? Extremely crazy weapon. Let's say like that. For Flins, yes, it's good, but when it comes to damage, you can actually easily use a Staff of Homa. Staff of Homa is a great option, you know? You also can use craftable one, it's also damage, but his signature gives you some energy, which is actually so valuable. When it comes to Columbina, I hope she will be more flexible with her weapon, and if she can buff or debuff or something like that, would be nice to have the weapon anyway. So yeah, let's say like that. Let's assume if she's going to be like a Scoffier, and a Scoffier's weapon is crazy actually. So when you're healing, you get some attack buff. Crazy weapon. By the way, we have a couple of characters who can use it. It's Yao Yao, it's Yansan, it's Chevreuse, you know, and most likely it's the best in slot weapon for Chevreuse. Is Electro Charge and Lunar Charge count as different stacks for Newlet? Yes, it's different. If you check, like, if I'm not mistaken, it's different. Electro Charge and Lunar Charge, yes, it's different. You know why? Because it's completely different. It's, let's say like that. It's completely different because when you use lunar characters on your team, it converts into lunar charge, you know? Because of that, they add that lunar charge. By the way, it's not only in his passives or talents, etc. If I'm not mistaken, just a second, let me check something. No, not him, of course. Just like, yeah, I saw something. Yeah, Furina. Well, anyway, so yeah, like New World gets that, like that lunar. So yeah. So, oh, like already have like Jade for Flint. So I think like it's a second one. Yes, for Flint's like Jade, let's say like that. I thought that as well. I mean, Jade is better, but you know what? I compare two weapons, like Jade Spear and like Staff of Homa, and I noticed that Staff of Homa is actually better. Even though, like, you know what's the problem with Jade? With Jade, you need to do couple of normal attacks. Yeah, you still do that, but when you switch the character, like to another one, you lose all of your stacks, and you need to do it again with the Flins. With Staff of Homa, it's consistent buff, so you can use skill burst back to back. You know what's the problem with, like, yeah, let's say like that. When you use, do I have, so yeah, let's try on Shalona. When you use like Jade Spear, you need to do a couple normal attacks to get like 7 stacks. And by the way, you can check that, let's say like that. Just try Flint. like how use his skill first, do couple normal attacks, after that use his mini burst. You will get more damage than if you do like skill and mini burst immediately, you know. When you stuff a Homazo, you don't need to do that, and all of the stacks is on you, so you can use skill, mini burst, then big burst, etc. if you have the like energy, enough energy, you know. And also I use Furina. Unfortunately I don't have Aino, so because of using Furina it gives me more attack buff. No, stuff of Scarlet. Vortex like flexing his Zhongli build as well. Like my Zhongli, let me check my Zhongli. Is it good enough? Oh, it's trash, come on. Yeah, I use this weapon. Level like, yeah, level 60, R5. Yeah, he's trash. He's not so like, yeah, he's not so broken. You know why? I usually don't like to use shielders, but Ineffa is an exception. You know, Ineffa is actually like, for real, she's an exception. Okay, so yeah, let's check the time. All right. Let's do a couple because I like, yeah, I can do like couple more rounds. Better than my Zhongli, but yeah, like Mirak, I don't know your Zhongli. Maybe he's at level 1, you know, and you're just trolling. It's possible, so yeah. Who knows? Let's try to use like completely different teams, like Navia.
Warm up complete.
Something like that, you know. Navia is still good. Unfortunately, I don't have good artifacts for Navia. I hope I will build her like sometime, because at the moment, yes, she is kind of like, yeah, she deserves more because her damage is crazy. If I can get about like 220 crit damage would be just nice, you know.
Strike a pose! Time to shine! Proper send-up!
Defensive mode engaged.
Feeling lucky? Feeling lucky? Shower me with threat!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Proper send-up! This one's got your name on it! Umbrella warfare, I guess!
Bro, like I don't have freaking Zhongli. What? To get Flins that like they will add it wide hunt to the next. Oh yeah, like by the way, that like that hunters actually like it's. Unfortunately, you need some. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, by the way, all of them like this one. I will keep all of them. You know why? Yeah, maybe it's possible to get some crit damage, energy recharge, and HB might be useful as well. Alright. Yes, like wild hunters actually like the problem is you need like lunar damage, you know? If you don't do lunar damage, destroying that shield quickly, it's difficult as hell. It's so difficult. It's still possible, but yeah, you will struggle a lot. Yeah. There is some great feather like and sands dude. Yeah, they're not bad, not gonna lie. I need some. Unfortunately, I use like the sets on Furina because of Stygian Onslaught. And yes, I have like pretty trashy ones, you see that? Attack is actually not even useful at all. But I can use like this one, because it's HP, energy recharge, elemental mastery and crit damage. Yeah, I can avoid like crit rate completely. And I don't need that ratio actually. Okay, let's do. Gladly, my Flins build is already like finished, just need like to level him up. Yeah, okay man, like I will take you, leave. Well, good night, thanks for joining, Misha, good night, take care. Yeah, I'm just like I will do like couple of rounds and maybe that's it for today. And yes, don't forget about like a new version 6.1 because we're actually extremely close. That is only like 11 days or something. Huh. That's super close. Let's try. Yeah, let's try different teams. Yeah. Now find your Scorpier. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's take a walk.
Actually, it's like that.
Echoing song! A little elusive! Fulfill our pact!
Fearless.
Paradigm shift!
Whether was it like it's attack better than crit damage? No, attack like which character? If you mean Flins, no. No. Like let's say like that. You cannot switch circlet with like attack. Even if you have broken one, I wouldn't suggest you to do that because let's say like that. Flins is not like Ayaka, who just like needs attack a lot. You know. So because of that, it's better to give him like crit damage. Flins, yeah, like on Flins, yes, it's better because let's say like that. If I'm not mistaken, I have pretty good attack. I will check that, but yeah, the damage is going to be like, yeah, so bad.
A burst of flavor! Get to work! You two! Time to... Surge! Strike a pop! A dash of frosting! Fulfill our pact!
This team is actually like, even though like, yeah, you still has like, Skork is actually crazy, not gonna lie. She's so good. Alright, so yeah, let's use like this one. Substats, I mean, substat attack, like, yes, Miracle, like, it's like, what, like, attack better than crit? No. It's still like better to go for crit damage. It's still better to go for crit damage because no, like crit damage anyway, it's better because let's say like that. It depends. Like, you know why? If let's say like that, if you have something like crit damage, crit rate, and some attack, then yes. If you don't have crit damage at all and have like a lot of attack, it's not like it's not worth it actually. You know why? Yeah, it's going to be low damage anyway. That's a problem. Like building Flins, actually, it's not the easy task, you know. The flying crab will be in floor 12. Flying crab? Oh yeah, maybe. You mean like next Spile Abyss? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't actually check Spile Abyss so often because yeah, I don't do videos about that. But yeah, let's do Lavia's pieces, you know. Yeah, maybe I will be lucky enough. Okay, I will keep it with a tag. Okay, this one actually crazy for her. Nice. At least I got a couple good pieces, not gonna lie. Let me check my flower on Navia. If I'm not mistaken, it's yes, but this one is crazy. 13 crit rate and 21, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I will get like great rerolls on this one, but I will keep it. You know, why not? Just give it a try. Yeah. Yeah, now APs definitely. Definitely now APs. So yeah, by the way, we have new event. Actually, you know what? Today I just like, what is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, like couple more weeks and I will get my constellation. Yes, this constellation is not crazy, but unfortunately, I don't know which character to go. It's not Ayaka, definitely. Not any of the standard characters. I have only 3 choices. It's like Ayaka, maybe 4 with Jin, but I don't think I will go for that. So it's Ayaka, Ganyu, and Albedo. Albedo is trash. Not, yeah. Recently I already got Chichi, so yeah, Chichi is kind of like okay. Yeah, it's either Jin because of like unfortunately you cannot check constellation here, right? Yeah, so it's only Ganyu for me. By the way, her constellation 1 is actually not bad. And also, yeah, we will get that feather, like, yeah, dust. 5 of this, which is actually, yes, and like, yeah. And constellation. Would be nice, not gonna lie. But you can switch it, like, and go offset something. Yeah, that's true. You mean character? Yeah, that is true. I still don't know which character, like, I should go. Like, it depends, you know, like, what can I say? It's all only depends on, like, what you have. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. It depends on what you have. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for joining, guys. I mean, it wasn't bad special program, not gonna lie. At least it was better than previous special programs, to be honest. Maybe it's because of that new mod, even though I didn't like it so much, but you know why? When, if, it might be interesting actually, you know? Not gonna lie. I have Sino, Ayato, Wanderer, and... No, just a second, let me check that. You have Sino, Ayato, Wanderer, and... all standard?
Here's to a life
Sino,
where the drinks keep flowing
Wanderer,
and the Mora keeps rolling.
Sino, Wanderer, Ayato. Ayato is actually not bad now. You know why? You have signature for Sino. It's also pretty good. Ayato is not bad because of Lunar. You know? Sino, let me check. After using Sino, normal attack speed will be increased by 20 for 10 seconds if the passive talent, judgment, secret. The duration of his increase will be refreshed. You will need to unlock the passive. Like kinda increase DPS, but when Wanderer, like when in the wind favorite state, the attack speed of the Wanderer's is increased by 10%. Additionally, the wind deals additional 25 attack as damage. You must like unlock it. Like Wanderer is better, I would say. But the problem is, like, I wouldn't suggest it to go for Wanderer anyway. It's better to go for Sino or like Ayato. Ayato is actually not a bad option. I would say maybe Ayato. Just a second, let me check that Ayato. It's not bad, you know. It's not either Sino or Ayato, but it depends. It's like depends on which character you like. You know, like this constellation is not bad. Why I wouldn't suggest it to go for Wanderer? Wanderer, I don't know. I don't like him. Yeah, and since you have signature weapon for Sino, you know, like you actually can get like you can build him, even though he's not so powerful. You know, I know the players like Sino a lot. So yeah, it's like that. Alright, so yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for joining. I will be online maybe on Monday or Wednesday. We'll see, it depends. Because yeah, and don't forget about like... so yeah, we're about like 10 days. But like not 10, but yeah, 11 days away from 6.1. So don't get any ideas. So yeah. Okay guys, so yeah, thanks for joining once again. And bye bye guys, bye bye.
Star-Snatched Cliff is known for its views.
Here are my wishes. I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
A radish veggie soup. Welcome. How can I help you? You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you?
Don't want to add to Anthony's
Here's to a life where the drinks keep flowing and the Mora keeps